Truth, justice, and the American way. What does the American way even mean today? I'm not sure, but surely it can't be good.
The clip you just saw is from a video by High Tops Films where he regurgitates what many others have, implying that the American way is outdated and harmful. What's ironic about these people who hate the American way and believe it to be connected to some sort of horrible fascist America is that they are thinking like Superman's villains. In the story, What's So Funny About Truth, Justice, and the American Way, Manchester Black mocks Superman by saying truth, justice, and the American military commercial right-wing way. That to me sounds exactly like how a lot of folks today would describe Superman's popular saying. Heck, DC themselves tried to do away with it by replacing American Way with A Better Tomorrow, which I honestly thought was a piss poor attempt, and it didn't even stick around for long because a year later, the Super Sons animated movie had Superman saying the American Way, because A Better Tomorrow just did not stick. But what DC Comics and everyone else misconstrues about the American way is that it is not this thing that just changes with however America is perceived at a certain point in time. The American way is an unchanging ideal. The American way isn't something that shifts with whoever is in charge. It's not like when Trump was in power, suddenly the American way stood for whatever Trump stood for, or now that Biden is president, now stands for Biden's ideals. No, that's not how it works. The American way also isn't something that simply applies to Americans. Superman isn't fighting for only the American people. He believes that the American way represents principles that anyone can strive towards. Now, for High Top and those others that seem confused on what the American way is, allow me to explain. Simply put, the American way is the belief and ideal that everyone is created equal, that everyone has certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and freedom from tyranny. Now, this has nothing to do with how well America has implemented this. This has everything to do with the ideal of said principles. Far too many people get too caught up in America's politics instead of taking the saying for what it is, which is an enduring ideal. It's something to strive for, to fight for. Not something that has necessarily been put in place in America. It's what America always should be, not what it is. America is ever changing, but the American way is not. These principles are great at describing Superman. That's why the American way is part of his tagline and has stuck around for so many years, because it fits the character. Superman's co-creator Jerry Siegel said as much in an interview back in the 80s.
The world was in pretty bad shape, and as you know, right now it's not in such wonderful shape either. But back in those days, there was Nazism was rising up, and a lot of innocent people were being killed, and countries were being invaded. A lot of innocents slaughtered. And I felt that the world desperately needed a crusader, if only a fictional one.
So what could you say that you felt that Superman stood for, or stands for?
Well, exactly the motto that they've used on the television show: truth, justice, and the American way. A very clean-cut guy who could rule the world and is all-powerful, but instead he uses his powers to aid the helpless and the deserving rather than to exploit them.
I just get tired of these people saying the same thing over and over again when they only have a surface level understanding of the character and they choose to misinterpret what the American way means. I truly believe you can feel whatever which way you want to about modern day America, but that shouldn't change how you feel about the American way or what it means. It's a set of ideals that make sense for Superman, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Superman has been a huge part of Americana for decades. Truth, justice, and the American way is iconic, and I hope it sticks around forever. No matter what some fans may think of it, if Jerry Siegel thinks it fits Superman, then I do too. So yeah, that's it for my rant on truth, justice, and the American way. This happens all the time when it comes to the Superman fandom. You have people that have read All-Star Superman and watched the Christopher Reeve movies, and they think, I know Superman, I understand this character, and the American way is bad. It's an old thing. America is bad now. They shouldn't be a part of his saying. And it's like, go play in the corner doing whatever, leave Superman alone, you don't understand. And so that's why I wanted to make this video, because I've heard so many people talk about it and talk about how the American way is bad. Like I said, DC even changed it to A Better Tomorrow, which is just so dumb. But then I saw this video recently from High Top where he opened up with that. I'm like, this is the dumbest, most pretentious thing. And just, yeah, it's like, I need to make a video on this because I haven't talked about it before. So I just wanted to, and I want to hear from you guys in the comments below. What do you think of the American way? What are your thoughts on it? Because like I said, I personally think it's just a set of ideals that doesn't change. It's not something that's like, oh, new regime in the White House, so the American way is changing and means this, that, and the other. No, That's not how it works. And again, it doesn't just apply to Americans. It's not like Superman's out there being like, I only save American people. That's what the American way means. No. So, yeah, I need to make a video on this. Superman is my favorite character in all of fiction. So I finally wanted to talk about this. But again, please let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts on this subject. And I hope to see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.
Hey, skinny boy, saucy boy, I be running to the bank. Yeah, you know I hit the gas in the whip full tank. Riding past the ocean while I'm listening to Frank.